Hi guys, I'm trying to figure out where to film today. I'm going downstairs to see where the light hits best. I think I'm getting bored of filming here. So we can shoot here, or let me go upstairs and tell you how upstairs looks like so that we can figure out where to shoot. And this is the second option. I think I prefer this, and this is where I'm going to shoot today. Hi loves, you're welcome back to my channel. Let me know if you prefer me filming downstairs, like on the couch, or you prefer me filming here. So the last time I did a story time, if you haven't seen that video, I don't know what you're doing. The last time I did a story time, how I got into trouble in secondary school, I really got a lot of positive feedback on that video. And today we have another story time. Yay! We have another story time. But before I get into that, I want to give a special shout out, special hugs, special love to two people. I think I'll be doing this maybe on a weekly basis. You know, people that show me love, show me support, comment on my videos, like my videos, share my videos, and you know, just interact and engage my videos, because this is helpful for my channel. I'm going to be thanking and giving a special shout out to my girl Stephanie Anine. Thank you so much. You guys should check my videos. Like, she's always commenting on my videos, always engaging my videos. She goes out of her way to share my videos, and you know, she's just really supportive, and I could really use a lot of that. So thank you. I also want to thank someone. His name is Michael I. The I is AI. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, Stephanie. Thank you, guys. Okay, so let's get into today's video. If you're just seeing my face for the first time, my name is Lover Grace, and I'm a YouTuber based in Lagos, Nigeria. So in today's video, I'm going to be doing a story time of, like, let's just say like a love triangle, right? Is this a love triangle or a parallelogram? A love parallelogram. Anyways, it was just like an entanglement of some sort, and all of this happened because, you know, I did not know how to say no. I did not know how to like hurt people's feelings. You know, I was putting people's feelings ahead of mine, or maybe I was a little bit selfish and I was enjoying what these different people were bringing. Do you understand? So yeah, let's call it a love parallelogram, because there are 4 people involved, me making the 4th person. If you don't already know, I went to University of Lagos. I did all 5 years in University of Lagos, by the way. So in my second year, it seemed like, I don't know where I got final. I don't even understand what it was, but these boys would not just leave me alone. Hey.
That would like 100 people, because there was plenty. We can't even count them in number.
Hey. They were on rush, baby. They were rushing me. Hey, everybody was, hey, just like, I mean, what's happening? So yes, like, I know that I received a lot of attention when I was in 200 level, and at the end of the day, I found that I was in a parallelogram. So there were 3 guys. 3. I'll call the first guy Mr. A, I'll call the second guy Mr. B, and the third guy Mr. C. So for Mr. A, he was in Unilag. You know, he was in Unilag. He was even in my department, but he was like levels ahead of me. And you know, he had told me that he liked me and all of that. He was a leader. You know, he was kind. He had declared his intentions and all of that, but I had not given him a definite reply. So I was in that gray area. I had not told him yes, and I had not told him like an outright no either. So from time to time, you know, we would go out to eat. He would buy me like stuff or just like settle something for me. It was just like nice and kind, and he would call me from time to time and then we would talk. Okay, so for Mr. B was not even in Unilag. I can't even really remember where we met, but Mr. B was older than me, of course. He was mature, and Mr. B's intention was even to marry, right? So Mr. B drove, so it would come to school. I was in Miami. It would come to school from time to time, check up on me, buy me things, just give me attention. And he declared his intentions of course. And for some reason, I did not give him an outright no, and I did not tell him yes either. So we're just in that gray area. So I was leading Mr. A on. That's what they call leading someone on, because you know that this person likes you and this person wants to date you, but then you haven't given them a yes or no. You're just, and then they're like, oh, let me just keep at what I'm doing, and I'm sure that she would definitely agree for me later, or she would definitely say yes to me later, that kind of thing. So that's the space where everything was. Then Mr. C, I met Mr. C. I think one of my roommates was having like a birthday get together, so that's where I met Mr. C. Mr. C was also not a student. He was mature. He drove as well. And then Mr. C declared his intentions like, hey, I like you. And then, we started talking. And also for Mr. C, I did not tell him, yes, I am your girlfriend or whatever it is. And also for Mr. C, I didn't tell him, no, leave me alone. So this is what I was doing in 200 level. I did not even know that. Now that I'm mature, I know what a wrong thing it was, but then I did not think that I was doing anything bad, because I was genuinely enjoying this attention from these three different men. I was enjoying the attention, and it came with benefit. Each one of them was like striving to be the one that I would be like, okay, yes, we can start going out now, that kind of a thing. So I was just in that space. So my birthday was arriving, and the three of them kept on asking me, what do you want to do for your birthday, blah 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 blah, I can take you out, this one, that one. And I was like, no, I don't really want to do anything. I just want to chill with my friend. My birthday came, and before that day came, I kind of knew that, Loba, you really need to make a choice, because this is not even getting funny. Three of them were not joking about me. So on my birthday in 200 level, then I was in my department with some of my friends, and we were taking pictures, and I got someone to do like drinks or something like that, and then we were just having fun in the department. And so Mr. A, who is also in my department but like levels ahead of me, Mr. A got me a cake, very pretty, beautiful cake. And I was like, oh, thank you so much. And he was happy that he made me happy. And then it was like, okay, so when you're done with your friends, can we see, can we hang out? And I'm like, yeah, no problem, I'll call you. When I was with my friends in the midst of all of that celebration going on, where Mr. A had brought the cake, Mr. B called me, and Mr. B is like, oh, happy birthday, where are you? I'm like, I'm in my department. And it's like, should I come? I'm like, no, don't come. And it's like, okay, I'll just wait for you outside Moremi or something like that. And I'm like, okay, no wahala, right? So all of this was going on. I was still shining my teeth. Mr. C called. Mr. C called, and he was like, hi, what's up? I'm in front of Moremi. When you're done with your friends, let me know. Hey. So Mr. B, Mr. C were in front of Moremi. Mr. A was in the department with me, and every one of them was just waiting for me to finish with my friend. I was like, wow, wow, wow. Oh my goodness. And then I told some of my friends, and I'm like, what will I do now? Will I not go back to my hostel? What's going to happen now? And the people that I kept waiting, and Mr. C that I kept waiting, they kept calling, and they were like, how far are you done? And I'm like, I'm coming. So I just summoned up courage. And then I went towards Moremi. And as I was approaching Moremi, the first person that I saw was Mr. C. Mr. C had not even come alone. Mr. C had come with some of his friends. He had told them that, see, this babe that I like, oh, this is her birthday. They had come with gifts. They had come with chocolates. They had come with wine. They had come with, you know, really, really nice things. They had come with food. And my friends were with me, so they were really excited. And of course, when I saw him, you know, immediately he just like pulled me into an embrace. And in my mind, I'm thinking, Mr. B is somewhere around. Because remember that two of them were outside, they were shy around that Umurimi side. And I was thinking, how do I navigate through this? How do I get through this? And Mr. C did not even know that all these things were running through my mind. Him was just like, I mean, it's your birthday, have fun. Introduced me to his friends and all of that. Hey, I kid you not, I could not find a way to extricate myself from Mr. C. And I was with Mr. C outside that Moremi, right, with some of my friends till like evening. While I was with him, my phone was buzzing. Mr. B was calling. I did not know how to. I feel like maybe if Mr. C had come alone, I would have found a way. Mr. A was calling my phone. I was not picking up. And so after all the celebration, Mr. C left finally. He left and I finally called. I called Mr. B because that was what was on my mind. Like, oh my God, I've kept someone waiting outside. He would have seen us because we're not in a like hidden place. We were in a very open space. So there was no way that he would not have seen us. And so I called Mr. B and then Mr. B was not picking my calls. And then he sent me a text and he was like, I can't believe that you would do this to me. Anyways, I left your gifts with this security or something like that. And in that same instant, the security came to come and give me gifts. You know, he had bought me a dress, he had bought me pizza, he had bought me a lot of things. Hey gosh, I felt so bad. I felt really bad. Now, I now called Mr. A. And then Mr. A was like, wow, I heard your gist. I heard that you were in front of Moremi with, you know, another person, and I was waiting for you this whole time. I wanted to like make this birthday special, you know. And then he just said, see, you know what, don't talk to me again, you're a monster or something like that. He took it really, really personal. Hey. And then in my mind I was like, wow. Well. Oh my God, I was so weak. I felt so bad because, you know, these were people that I think genuinely liked me, and I think they each were confident, like, you know, she's just taking her time, of course she's going to say yes. And then, you know, I tried to like, you know, call back and just like explain myself, like, I'm really sorry. Or I think that, you know, my relationship with them was never the same. The only person who that relationship was not affected was Mr. C, because he was the one that had my attention that day. Do you understand? It taught me a really big lesson. I feel like if you're not ready to be in a relationship with someone, and then there's someone that is just like there actively going out of his way to make sure that you're his babe and expressing his intentions and all of that, it's okay to be like, I'm not ready to be in a relationship now. Like, at least let them know. I think that's where I messed up. Like, let these people know, so it will not be like you broke their hearts. Don't go about breaking hearts. I remember the Mr. A said that I broke his heart or something like that, and he did not talk to me. Like, he really did not talk to me. It really, really pained me because we're in the same department. So, you know, someone that I would see and would be really jovial and, you know, really ready to attend to any of my needs would just see me and like walk past. Like, don't be leading like several people on. If you're not ready to be in a relationship, just tell them, I'm not ready to be in a relationship. So even if they stick around, it's like, at least you have told them. Don't put them in that space. It really messes with their psyche. I think it messes with a man's self-esteem and all of that. Anyways, that's the end of today's story. I hope that you enjoyed it. Pretty simple, not as dramatic as the last one, but let me know if you enjoyed it, and let me know if you want to also want to, like, you know, hear more story times from me. Please hit the subscribe button now. Hit the subscribe button, like, engage my videos, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.